Today, we're going to be learning some family terms in Italian. So come along and let's learn some useful words. The only child. Well, this depends what you're wanting to say. First, you have to know how to say child, and not necessarily just the word child, but we're specifically saying whether it's a son or if it is a daughter. So if I'm saying the son, it's going to be il, which is the guy version of saying the for one person. And then I say figlio. So the son is il figlio. This is ending with an O because I'm talking about a guy. If I was saying the daughter, then I'd have to say la figlia. La figlia. And these are ending with A because when I'm talking about a girl, I usually end with an A. To add the only part in, I end those words with unico or unica. Can you guess which one goes where? Il figlio unico is going to mean the only son, or the only child, but referring to a guy. And then la figlia unica is going to mean the only daughter, or again, the only child, but referring to a girl. When saying the eldest child or the youngest child, you're focusing on two words. There's one word that nearly sounds like major, and the other word that nearly sounds like minor. So we're going to have maggiore for older, or oldest, and then we're going to have minore for the youngest. Now the only thing to add to that is then we have to say the child. So this is going to be il figlio maggiore for the oldest son, il figlio minore, the youngest son. Now change those to feminine, change it to a girl version, la figlia maggiore for the oldest daughter, and la figlia minore for the youngest daughter. Now you might notice that we had the O for guy, A for girl, but then with the adjectives maggiore and minore, they didn't end with O and A. Sometimes in Italian, they are describing words that end with an E, and like intelligente, intelligent, and you don't have to worry about changing that to an O for guy or A for girl. The twins. All right, so twins could be guys or twins could be girls. So first we have to understand that when I'm talking about a guy, I end with an O. When I go to plural, I change that O to an I. So when I say the twins who are guys, this is going to be I gemelli. Sounds like an E, but it's really ending with an I. And then for girls, one girl would end with an A. When I'm talking about more than one girl, I end with an E. So this is going to be le gemelle. So again, we had the guy version, I gemelli, and girls, le gemelle. To say the plural of uncle and aunt, it would be helpful to know how to say in singular first. So to say the uncle is going to be lo zio. When I go to plural, it becomes yi, zi. And that's because I'm changing the O to an I. Singular to plural rule. Lo zio, yi zi. All right, when I am saying the aunt, this is la zia. The aunts, le zie. Our A changes to a letter E. How to say son-in-law and daughter-in-law. Son-in-law is going to be il genero. Really sounds like generation. Il genero. And then we have the daughter-in-law, and that nearly actually sounds like a girl's name. It nearly sounds like Nora. This is la nuora. You get an extra vowel get added in there compared to Nora. Nuora, because we have a letter U. Nuora. Brother-in-law and sister-in-law. If you know one of them, you probably know the other one because they're very similar. We're going to say il cognato. Il cognato is going to mean the brother-in-law. We're ending with an O because we're talking about a guy. And then we have la cognata, ending with an A because we're talking about a girl, and that's the sister-in-law. So we had il cognato, brother-in-law, la cognata, sister-in-law. Stepfather and stepmother. It's going to help if you know how to say father and mother already. Father in Italian is padre. Mother in Italian is madre. Keep in mind that they're both starting with PA and MA. Padre, madre. When I go into how to say stepfather and stepmother, it's going to start the same way. So stepfather is going to be il patrigno. ending with an O because I'm talking about a guy. Starts with PA, just like padre. And then stepmother is la matrigna. La matrigna. Ending with an A, and I started with M-A, matrigna. Though in Italian, they don't always say stepmother and stepfather. They say it is the new mom or the new dad. Not related to family terms, but something interesting to know if you're doing the Cinderella story. You have to know matrigna, which means stepmother. But another word that's very similar is the fairy godmother, who is fata madrina. See how it's similar? Madrina, matrigna. So watch out for that. If you need help remembering it, think that fata madrina has a DR in it. Dream starts the same way, and she's making your dreams come true. Stepson and stepdaughter. Keep in mind what was son and what was daughter. So we had originally son was figlio. So stepson takes that beginning and just adds a bit on. This is going to be filiastro, filiastro. And then stepdaughter, we take the word daughter, filia, and we add a bit more. So filiastra. So la filiastra, the stepdaughter, il filiastro, the stepson. Godfather and godmother, though I sort of told you a little bit about this if you listen to the fairy godmother part. But a godfather is going to be il padrino. It has the same beginning as padre, who is father, il padrino. And then we have, for the godmother, this is going to be la madrina, la madrina. Again, starting with ma, like madre, which means mother. The name. So if you're doing a homework assignment and then at the top it says write your name at the top or your last name, name is going to be il, which means the, nome, which is nearly the word name. You just take out the A and put an O. Il nome. And then we have last name or surname, which is going to be il cognome. Keep in mind that GN sound like an NY. So il cognome. A little harder. Now, I don't know about you, but pets are definitely a part of the family. So here's some pets, how you'd say them in Italian. The cat is il gatto. The dog, il cane. The bird. Now keep in mind with this, the word the this time is L' because the next word starts with a vowel and it's singular. That's why I use L'. So I have to pretend it's like one word. I'm not going to put a space in between as far as my pronunciation. So it's not going to be l'uccello. It's going to be l'uccello. Just connecting it all together. L'uccello. And then the turtle, and this is going to be la tartaruga. The fish, il pesce. Whenever you have an SCI or SCE, then it sounds like a sh. Il pesce. The hamster, il criceto, sounds like creature. Criceto. Whenever I have a CI or CE, my C sounds like a ch, just like in ciao. The parrot, il pappagallo. I actually love this word. It's easier to remember than you think because parrots repeat stuff, right? And it says papa. It repeats itself. And it ends with gallo, which is nearly similar spelling to giallo, yellow. And parrots are very colorful, so it might help you to think of that. And also the snake, which is il serpente. Sounds like serpent. Il serpente. My little brother or my little sister. First, let's understand the word my. When you're saying my in Italian, you're really combining two words, even though in English it's going to look like you're saying the my. You'd say il mio for the guy version because we're ending with an O. And then la mia ending with an A because we're talking about a girl. All right, so here we have those two versions, il mio and la mia. Then you have to know how to say brother, fratello, sister, sorella. Now that I have those two, I've got to know how to say that they're younger. Because we have my, we have brother, we have sister, but how do you say that they're younger? Well, you actually can do this in Italian without adding in another word. You can just change the ending to I-N-O for the guy or I-N-A for the girl. By adding this little part to words, it means that it is smaller or younger. In this situation, we're saying my little sister or my younger sister, and then my little brother or my younger brother. So for the guy version, I'm going to say il mio fratellino. And then for the younger sister, it's going to be la mia sorellina. think back to the section where we had the younger child, the older child, guy and girl version. Now we're going to do that for brothers and sisters. So if I want to say sister, just remember it's sorella. And then to say older, it's like you're saying major, which is maggiore. So if I want to say the older sister, this is going to be la sorella maggiore. La sorella maggiore. Then to say the younger sister, I say the sister, la sorella, and I add in the word minor, which is minore. La sorella minore. Now you might be wondering, why wasn't it the other way? Because really saying the sister younger. But in Italian, the adjectives usually go at the end. They want to tell you what they're talking about first. So that's why they said sister first, and then they added the describing word. Then for older brother and younger brother, you're going to do the same thing, just have to know how to say brother. So brother is going to be il fratello. And then what I do is I add on maggiore. So il fratello maggiore for saying the older brother. And then younger brother is going to be il fratello minore. The family is going to be la famiglia. La famiglia. To say unmarried or single in Italian, you're going to say nubile for a girl, nubile, or young lady. And you're also going to say celibe for a guy. So we have nubile and celibe. Though another way is just saying single nowadays. You can just literally say that word, but with an Italian accent. So single, single. Divorced, end with an O for guy, A for girl. So this is going to be divorziato. That's the guy. Divorziata. That's the lady. Widower, so somebody who has lost through death their partner, the person that they were married to. You're going to end with an O for a guy, A for a lady. So we have vedovo. That's a guy who's lost his wife. And then vedova would be a lady who has lost her husband. If you just want to be general and say paternal and maternal, like my paternal side of the family, that's my father's side of the family, or maternal, my mother's side of the family. Paternal in Italian is going to be paterno. It's very similar to paternal, paterno. And then maternal is going to be materno. Again, very similar, materno. And surprisingly, ending with an O. If you loved this video, don't forget to follow us and also check out our bio where we have a link to free lessons and subscribing to information about our lessons. This way you can hear about some upcoming private lessons that you can sign up for and even some group options. Message us to sign up today. Looking for more videos like this? Like and subscribe. And guess what? We also teach private and group Italian lessons through Knowledge Adventures in online sessions. So message us for details if you would like to learn more. Ciao!